Alright. Good morning again, y'all. This video is going to be the quick jump at 113 miles to close to the shipper. I'm not going to go all the way because,
It's 108 miles to the shipper, so you'll overshoot the shipper.
Well, I got 113 miles per instructions.
They changed it.
Yeah. So, it's gonna be something at a truck stop because the pickup is not till 6 o'clock tonight.
We're not pushing it that far.
Yeah, we're not gonna push it that far. We're gonna get as close as possible to the nearest truck stop to it, or rest area, or whatever, preferably a truck stop.
Or go pick up the load and then go find a truck stop.
Well, it's a scheduled appointment.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, well.
It's a live load.
Oh, yeah, right, okay.
So, and live load, just for shits and giggles, we explain that real quick. There's drop and hook, which means we drop an empty and we hook to a loaded and we go. Then there's what's called a live load, live unload, which means literally as it sounds. Like this morning, they unloaded while we were hooked to the trailer, and then they, they'll load. This shipper, it's a live load, but we actually have to lower the landing gear, disconnect from the trailer, and pull away from it a little bit, or park and bobtail parking while they load it, and go back and rehook up to the trailer, but still considered a live load, live unload. So, anyway, hope y'all enjoy the trip. It's a lot of fog, so I might not be talking as much. But, okay, we're getting ready to hit the road. So, enjoy the ride.
Miles ahead, turn left on North Road Southwest.
Is that going to be wide enough?
Yeah.
Don't look wide enough.
Oh, it is.
Point 3 miles ahead, turn right on US 23 South Morgan Cantrell Highway.
Yeah, as y'all can see, there's a lot of fog, so I'm not going to be in any major, huge rush. Especially back here in the backcountry roads. You never know what the hell you're going to get. But on this road, I got to come into oncoming traffic, oncoming lane, so that my trailer doesn't wind up in the grassy ditch. Because I'm not going to pull a maneuver that will put me in a ditch like you see so many other trucking companies or trucker drivers do for other companies that I shall not mention.
You're not talking about those people who sure wish they finished training.
Turn right on
Yeah,
US 23
exactly.
South Morgan Cantrell Highway.
Or is this going to send us back into the fog-filled mountains? Joyful, joyful. Fun stuff. The life and adventure being a truck driver. Love it. It's an adventure, that's for sure.
.8 miles ahead, take ramp and then merge left on US 58 alternate east.
One thing about fog is it only doesn't make it hard to see. It also makes the road, especially the back mountain road, slick. So again, safety, safety, safety at all times. Part of that safety is don't be in a rush, especially in adverse conditions, such as fog, rain, snow, high winds. Be that proverbial stone in the pond. Let everyone else go rushing by you while you're playing it safe. And I got my jig set to jig setting 1 because I have an empty trailer.
Merge left on US 58 alternate east.
Let these people get pissed off, because you're going slow. Let them honk and flash your lights at you, That's on them. They want to go flying by you and, be stupid and get wrecked and stuff. Don't fall into it. Don't become complacent just because, you think you know what you're doing. Don't, sit back and relax and go, well, I've been driving for X amount of years, never been in an accident, because guess what? You could be driving for 30 years, and then, you become complacent, relax, and an accident happens, and now that's your fault because you become complacent.
Left on US 58 alternate east.
You chose to let your guard down and not focus, and you allowed something to happen that could have been avoided because you wanted to be Mr. Billy Bad Butt, Mr. Super Trucker. I'm sorry this pisses off some drivers, but that may see this video, but I really don't care. I advocate for safety at all times, caution at all times. But at the same time, don't be overly cautious. Don't be scared to drive because, again, you can cause an accident. Use good judgment.
0.3 miles ahead, take ramp and then merge left on US 58 alternate east.
Use good judgment out here, folks. Especially when driving a 20-ton vehicle, 20, 30-ton truck.
Take ramp and then merge left on US 58 alternate east.
That was an interesting on ramp. Or interesting interchange. Not a whole lot of space for big trucks to come onto the road. Not a whole lot at all. And let y'all know, it might be cutting in and out because of the terrain and the mountains. But we'll keep it running so y'all can see as much as possible as it comes back up. This fog just makes all this green even more majestic. There's a big difference. And you gotta know how to recognize it and take into account for it and counteract a lot of the balance and the swinging. You don't want your trailer bouncing and swinging and hit a guardrail or hit. We have 53-foot trailers behind us and about, 3, 4, maybe 5 feet between the truck and the trailer. It's a lot, and the truck itself is about 30 feet long. So, you're talking about 70 feet plus that you have to get down the road. And anywhere between, I want to say, 50 to 80,000 pounds. We are not a normal vehicle. We're about 6 feet wide. No, actually, I think it's close. Yeah, this is about 6 feet wide, 13.6 tall at the trailer, and the top of our Smurf hood, the curved part of our roof.
Your message from Ice Express: you are projected to arrive early at Gatorade/Pepsi with Bilbao, which does not allow early pickup. Please find a safe place to park until your appointment time.
There, y'all heard it. No early pickup. Heard for yourselves from the horse's mouth. But, like I said, we're about 6 feet wide, 6.5 feet wide, 13.6 tall, and about 73 feet long. And in adverse conditions, we take longer to stop. So, but you gotta take in a whole lot of things when you're out here driving these things. But I advocate for people to drive trucks because it's worth it. It really is. Even though, you're you may miss a lot of important things with your family, but in the end, it is very worth it, folks. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Coburn. Tickle my throat this morning. When you have moisture like this in the air, who needs to vape and put liquid in their lungs? And you can do that just by breathing in all this humidity, all this moisture. Yes, I'm messing with vapors. Not doing it to be mean, just playing around. So don't get all butthurt, those who vape. If you do, you don't have to continue watching, you don't have to listen or follow me on Facebook or anything. First and then band. Deer.
Those statues.
No, they're moving.
I know.
I actually saw some deer in people's yards, folks. I didn't know if the camera caught it. I'll have to go back and see later. But I passed by and it was up on the hill, so I'm not sure if it caught it or not. But there were deer, mom and babies, literally standing in someone's front yard. Very cool. Again, You don't see stuff like that every day, only out here on the road. Like I said, you get to see stuff most people don't ever get to see their entire lives when you're out here. Hence why it's worth it. Jake setting 2. Going down the hill. But now I'm going to release the Jake. And I'm going to climb up to 50 miles an hour. Semi-cruise. Cruise control will keep me at a slow speed. But my foot's always near the brake. Always. Because you don't ever want to get complacent and rely on the technology of your truck. That's just stupid. Really, really is. Don't let the technology do the job for you. Because then what's the point of really having this CDL if you're going to try and let your technology work for you? Then you might as well just be a rider in one of these self-driving, fully automated, fully electric trucks. And risk having happen what happened to one driver or rider of a automated truck. Went into the truck stop and the truck drove off without him. Started going down the road with its driver or rider running along behind it, trying to catch it. I'm sorry, I wouldn't want that to happen.
Oh, shit. Give up. Shut up. Alright, so then the inspector your foot by the brake. You're saying that you're not showing it.
Yeah.
You're not showing it. There's a picture of it. They can't see your foot.
My foot's literally riding right underneath in front of the brake. Guess I gotta
take a picture of it. Since you go for pictures.
Alright.
First one I took right when he hit a bump, I didn't know if it'd be good, so I'm sending you both.
Looks like they're going to be replacing telephone poles.
Prevailing wage, that's the word I was trying to think of. Prevailing wages for blackers. And then there's like a nice long-term job, too.
And a lot of times y'all will hear me kid about saying that speed limits are just suggestions. I'm going to tell you folks right now, I'm just kidding. Yes, a lot of times, especially on long, huge straightaways, like 100, 200 mile long straightaways, trucks can get away with about 7 to 10 miles over, and law enforcement won't really look at us too hard. But do not exceed or take advantage of that. You know, like in California, they got a speed limit set for trucks 55. But most trucks that I know of, and I've talked to a lot of truck drivers out in Cali who say that they actually do like 62 to 66. You know, but it's just the states like that because even California has passed a law saying that trucks for the most part can do over 55 as long as they're being safe. Because at 55 miles an hour, you're not going to get anywhere fast. You're not going to make your shipper or your receivers
Or get up the hill.
or get up the hills because you lose your momentum. And they understand this. Especially on the grapevine. When you come down off the fucking grapevine, folks, or when you're getting ready to go up the grapevine,
Sucks.
you You literally have a way station there. Right at the bottom of the grapevine. And that is a pain in the poop. Yes, it's about you. That is a pain in the you know what. And I got a car behind me flashing its lights because I'm coming down the mountain slowly. I'm not risking rolling down that mountain, take one of these corners way too fast and toppling my truck and trailer and letting it go to sleep, aka rolling it. Might hear the term a lot out here, but anyway, you might hear the term, oh, that driver let his trailer go to sleep, or that driver let his truck and trailer go to sleep. That's just a term for the truck and trailer is laying on its side. It's laying down. It's sleeping. I'm not going to do that. Because one, you hurt yourself, your passenger, someone else on the road. And two, if you're being stupid, you're the reason the truck rolled over, guess what? Now you're also responsible for the equipment, truck and trailer. And if you're loaded, you're responsible for the load. The cost of that load will come out of your pocket as the driver. Don't let your truck go to sleep. Do not. Not a good idea. If you want to keep your CSA or your safety scores low. Like I said yesterday, you get in an accident, you get a ticket. Not only do you get a fine and you get points on your CSA, but your company gets a fine and their company CSA score gets points on it. And you don't want that because
it's a mark against your CDL.
And it's a mark against your CDL. But if your company gets too many CSA points,
you don't have to worry about your CDL.
Right. You will be fired, lose your CDL, and your company could be indefinitely suspended from being able to operate. Don't do that. No, don't be stupid. Don't drive all crazy and out of control. You just don't do it. Okay? Huh?
Now that I can take a bunch of pictures or a bunch of video of the road. Something like yours that I can stick on my window. If I go anywhere interesting. If I'm ever able to drive again before I can get out of bed.
Right. That was a low light bulb. that outcropping of leaves looked kind of funny. Looked almost like a hand or a finger pointing out.
Maybe not.
It's like, I see you.
Yeah.
Congested area. Where? Congested my tail. Yeah, 2 cars on the road. Congested. Ooh. No, I'm sorry. This ain't LA, New York. That's congested.
Houston, Dallas.
Well, somewhat, but I wouldn't say so much. It's,
Not too bad in New York. But it's stopping for a few hours.
yeah, but last time I went over the GW Bridge there in New York, I was stuck on that in one spot. I think in 4.5 hours, I think I went 500 feet.
It's not like Houston. You know, rush hour.
And for y'all's information, I do not like bridges. I do not like tunnels. And I was stuck on a bridge, a huge incline with water, no shit or whatever, the bay, probably about 500 feet below me, or give or take. I'm not ashamed to admit, I was kind of scared. And especially when it was one of them old cable suspension bridges. You can hear to that bridge, those cables snapping and popping and crackling, and with the weight of all the cars and all the trucks until it's shaking as the other side of the road was flowing freely, and all the trucks are driving by me on the opposite direction, and hearing and feeling the swing and the thumping of the trucks as they went by me. That was one scary experience. I told CFI, who I was with at the time, I will not go back to New York. No thank you, no way, no how. I don't care if you fire me. I will not drive in New York ever again. Lucky with this company, it's not mandatory. This company says we don't have to drive in Pennsylvania if we don't want to. We don't have to drive in New York or Rhode Island if we don't want to. Pennsylvania, I really don't care. I don't, to be honest with you. I know what to look for those spotted lantern flies. I know how to destroy their egg sacs and recognize them and all that good stuff. New York, Rhode Island, no. In Rhode Island, I spent 4.5 hours just circling the block, trying to find a way back to the main highway, because the detour kept having us going around in circles, following the direction of the flaggers and the small side roads that my specific receiver was on. No thank you, never again. That was too much of a headache. Not to mention I could barely fit my trailer and truck down some of these side roads, and it's a 2-lane road, but cars are parked on both sides of the road. And I'm having to travel down the middle, forcing other people to literally back up, coming the opposite direction, back up into parking lots to let me by. I'm sorry, no, that was not fun. I don't get paid enough for that crap. Especially when I was with CFI, not talking bad about CFI, but I was definitely not making the amount of money that would make anywhere near worth going through what I went through. Now, this, like I said, this company, Variant, US Express, Total, they do not make it mandatory because they understand the toll it could take on drivers and the equipment. Another one of our trucks parked off the side of the road for his break. No, so that's another thing, folks. If you're going to get in this industry, and and you know you have the time to do it, and you know a driver may really need help, offer your assistance. Trucks come the other way, wave. Support each other. Especially if it's one from your old company, give them a wave, give them a flash of your lights, give them a honk of your horn. Let them know that you see them and you recognize them, that you appreciate them. Don't be one of these stuck-up super truckers that are just in for themselves and don't give a damn about the other truckers on the road or other drivers on the road. Be courteous. That's a big thing out here is courtesy. Be courteous to other 18-wheelers. Be courteous to 4-wheelers. Because it's not a myth. If you're courteous to other 18-wheelers and other 4-wheelers, and a lot of times they will recognize it and they'll be courteous to you. If you have the ability to, and someone lets you over, lets you merge, flash your marker lights at them. Let them know, hey, thank you, I appreciate it. What you did is very much appreciated. If you're going too slow and another truck wants to get in front of you, either flash your high beams, or if you have the ability to, hit a switch and turn your lights on and off, or off and back on. Let them know, hey, come on over, you're good. Be courteous out here, guys. It will pay off in the end, I promise. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. Courtesy is a big thing that a lot of people appreciate out here. Even though most people, over 60-70% of the population, aren't courteous to us, doesn't mean we have to be assholes back to them. You may want to cut them off and be jerks and, no, I'm not going to let you in. No, come on now. The only time I will be a little bit of a a-hole is if I'm already passing an on-ramp and I see traffic trying to cut down on the shoulder or squeeze by me, just as they're in a big hurry wanting in front of me, I will get in the middle and I'll keep them from getting by me or causing a traffic jam. I will force them to slow down and properly merge. And merge nicely. I don't do it all the time, but only when I see that the situation calls for it. Again, use good judgment. Be safe. Be courteous. Cannot stress this enough. Especially for those of you who may be either new to this industry or and also drivers and prospective drivers, when you hook up to a trailer, do a big favor for yourself. Do your tug test. If you have any doubts or have just been on the safe side, next when you get a chance to stop, get out and check your kingpin. Make sure your locking jaws of your fifth wheel lock around that kingpin, or you will drop your trailer. And do not be afraid, especially very prospective U.S. Express freight drivers. Do not be afraid to put your trailer or your truck out of service to get maintenance done. Again, safety, safety, safety. You get your maintenance done, you see something needs to be done, and you don't feel that trailer or your truck is safe enough to do the job, because it needs something done that could be a safety hazard, get it done. Because in the end, yeah, you know, they might be pissed off or a little frustrated, but in the end, they will be grateful. This company is always grateful when I put a truck or trailer on service, because they recognize, hey, this driver is just trying to keep our equipment on the road, keep our equipment in good standings. That way we don't get pulled in for level 1, 2, or even 3, level 3 inspection. Level 1 is just a basic inspection. Level 2, and now you're getting a little more in detail. Level 3, top to bottom, stem to stern, inside and out. And I'm not afraid of getting a level 1, 2, or 3 inspection, but you don't want to draw extra attention to yourself or to your company. You just don't want to do it. Because you don't want law enforcement or DOT, every time you come through or pass them, to go, hey, this company is a problem company. Here, let me just go ahead and pull them off the road and mess with them. Give them a hard time. I'm sorry, this is not, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to say it. Don't like it. Oh well, this is not Swift, this is not CR England, this is not Western Express. We are U.S. Express with freight and total transport. Have pride in your company, have pride in your truck, in your trailer, have pride in your industry, have pride in what you do. And when your company says, hey, okay, you can go get your truck and trailer washed, go get your truck and trailer washed. Get it looking pretty. No, you're representing yourself and you're representing your company out here. You want people to think highly of you. You don't want people to think, oh, well, this is a shitty company. They don't take care of their equipment. They don't care about how their truck and trailers look. You don't want to go to a shipper with a truck that looks like it hasn't had a bath inside or out for years. Or that, this equipment hasn't been maintained for many years. Because, that a reputation, sorry, it's going to be probably cut out a few more times, but I'll try to make this ran for a quick one. Again, do not be afraid to back. Test yourself. Keep your skills up. Better your skills by backing even when you don't have to. Always try to better your backing skills. Because if you do...
2 miles ahead, take ramp and then merge left on US 19 South Porterfield Highway.
Hey, you will become like my brother and mentor, best friend, Scott Zane. That... Well, he likes it, gets him and likes on his videos. He is like, hey, I'm not even ashamed to say it, he is like the king at backing. He has a video on YouTube where he backed into a tight alley, tight dock, blindside at. Okay, don't get a little redundant, but I want to make sure y'all don't miss any information. Scott Zane, he used to drive for CR England, and on his YouTube page, he has a video of him backing into, just an amazing blindside backing from an alley into an alley type warehouse. Very tight space and everything. Blindside, which means it's on the passenger side, which means very limited ability to see unless you're constantly readjusting your mirrors. and
0.3
he
miles ahead, take ramp
nailed
and
it.
then merge left on US 19 South Porterfield Highway.
My God, that man could back his truck into a spot even
Miles ahead, stay on US 19 Northwest Main Street as it turns left.
like I was saying, that man is like the king at backing. He is such an amazing driver. A lot of my skills I learned through watching every single one of his videos. Even though I may never really catch all of his videos, even when he's live, I will go back and I will watch them all. Because you will always learn something new from that man. It is just, and I can't say enough, Also, there are other instructional videos out there on how to back. You want to get in this industry? Do your research, watch videos. Take notes. You will learn. I watched so many videos, like so many notes. By the time I got into CDO school, Premier Truck Driving School, Sierra England, I was already ahead of the ball big time on the book knowledge. And had the basic general idea for actual street knowledge. Was even told by orientation and teachers in the backing range that I was quite impressive because of what I had learned and how I paid attention. And also, when you're out there on the backing ranges, waiting your turn to practice, watch how other drivers do. Watch how other students make mistakes. Watch how they correct their mistakes. Learn from their mistakes. Watch how the instructors help them correct their mistakes. Learn from it before it's your turn. So when you get up there, you know what to and not to do, at least